You know, I was checking out something called CPT. I walked into a doctor's appointment one time, and the doctor was a black doctor from Newark, where we're at right now, if you're wondering where I drove to, Newark, New Jersey. And he said, I came in a few minutes late, and he said, oh, so you're on CPT. So what does that mean? Don't you know what CPT means? No, what does that mean? Color people time? You show up when you want to. No, I ran into some traffic. Now, you wanted to come up in here and talk about something specific today. And what was that?
Yeah, man, I wanted to talk what's up with hip-hop music.
What's up with hip-hop music?
That's right.
What's wrong with it?
Hip-hop.
What's wrong with it?
Well, some of the hip-hop today is cool, and some of it is like a little bit too violent. No, I ain't going to say a little bit. It is violent. And there's so much negative messages coming through the radio, man. I just don't understand it.
Well, I can agree with you on that. I know you did a show not too long ago about the same thing. What prompted you to do this?
My friend Deshaun and I had, that's my co-producer, we had went to see this minister. He was preaching on hip-hop music at the time, and he was talking about the bad parts of hip-hop. And my friend Deshaun, my co-producer, got real upset. He was like furious. He was like, oh! I was like, calm down, Deshaun. But he was really upset because he didn't...
Tyrone, you're on the wrong microphone, by the way. Could you get on the other one?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no wonder we couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Much better.
Good. As I was saying, me and my friend Deshaun, my co-producer, we had went to some kind of ministry thing with this minister was preaching about hip-hop music. And he was talking about the bad side of hip-hop. But he wasn't getting on the good side of hip-hop. So my friend Deshaun got real upset. He kind of broke loose. And I say, you know what? We should do a show about our feelings towards hip-hop. And I had another title, but he came up with the title, What's Up with Hip Hop? And that's how it began. And the first person I really had a good time interviewing on that show was you, L.GATES.
Okay, well, I'm always glad to be of service for my people. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll open up the phone lines. We'll keep it right here. We'll discuss this more in depth as we move in through the L&J Mixdown Show.
No problem.
Phone lines are wide open. Give me a call, 973-720-2738, or you can instant message me at WPSC 887 FM. It's the L&J Mixdown Show, coming back with more DJ Steve Vasquez right after this. So, last time we left off, we were talking about the N-word and how it's being used. What do you want to say about that? Because this is a big topic and it's a big issue that's come up in the news. And Reverend Al Sharpton and all the greats have come in to discuss this. What's your take on it?
I think we should take the
Speak up.
N-word
I can't hear you now.
I think we should take the N-word out.
Why?
Because we've been having that word used against us back in, how could I say this? Back when it was segregation, if I pronounce that right.
Yes.
And we don't need to call each other the N-word. Why should we have to call each other the N-word? Why we can't call each other my brother, or what's up, my man, or how you doing? Why we got to use the N-word? I don't think there's no use for the N-word.
Well, this is what all the rappers are saying. They're saying we use it as a term of endearment, meaning this. We use it to, as silly as this sounds, embrace each other. Or it's an identification for each other. Equivalent to my brother. So instead they use the N-word. Oh yeah. And many of these ignoramuses actually think the N-word is different with an A at the end than an ER. They think it's a totally different word. Just because they slip an A at the end and not an ER. What do you think about that, sir?
How is it different? It's still the word, excuse my French, ladies and gentlemen, nigga. I don't care how you spell it. you still saying it in the same way. And that's a way to identify one another. I don't want to be identified as one of those. Because then you're going to have everybody else going to feel that they can say that word. Then if they say that word, we want to fight and just start a whole chaos. But it's all right. We can call each other that word. I don't think it's cool.
A great example that the great Reverend Al Sharpton... every time I say that word, great Reverend Al Sharpton, I just picture him with a cape on, jumping off a roof, landing on his feet. Al Sharpton said,
Super Al Sharpton.
Al Sharpton said that the Jewish community would never use the K word, the white community would never use the C word, so why does the black community use the N word?
That's a good question. A very good question. I don't know.
And so you think this all links to hip-hop in some way or another? Because it is hip-hop that claims this culture.
Well, I think hip-hop could use another word besides the N-word. Because the N-word is not cool, man. I think they could use another word. There's other ways that we could identify one another without using a word such as the N-word.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to sleep. Not because you're boring, I'm just daydreaming. Thank you, you're absolutely right, and I agree with you 100%. This is the L&J Mixdown Show. I'm your host, L. Gates. Phone lines are wide open. Give me a call, 973-720-2738, or you can instant message me at WPSC 887 FM. Got my main man, Tyrone Jackson, up in here discussing hip-hop and what's up with it. Keep it right here. Come back. Gonna finish out with my main man, DJ GC. On a 1 and 2, spinning down some hip-hop and R&B right after this. Yo, what's going on? This is L.GATES from the L&J Show. I want to thank you all for tuning in. You can catch me monthly on Cablevision doing our thing up in here. Don't forget to hit us up on the web at www.L&JRECORDS.com. Once again, that's www.L&JRECORDS.com. So, on behalf of the staff, peace. Keep it safe.
The Lord says to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies a footstool for your feet. The Lord will extend your mighty scepter from Zion. You will rule in the midst of your enemies.
Where can I run when my time is just running out? I scream and shout, I'm dehydrated and in a drought. My temperature's rising and I'm sizing up the issue. I try to cut loose, but the pain is fully official, but superficial. Let me knock it right off the surface. I'm going haywire, let me set fire to the circus. This world is full of handshakes, fake smiles, and laughter. Let's see you keep laughing when you're packed up into the after. We love to make babies and see